Ready? 23 and a half. We count half years? Did you give me anything for my half year? Right? I think we're live now. I know. I think we're live now. I think so. I don't know. Somebody check because my computer's telling me that I need to restart my computer. And since my computer's the one running the show, we can't do that. Click on it. Touch it. There it is. That's us. All right, we're live. Hey, everybody, we're live. How you doing? Good to be here. Good to. I know there's no video. I know. I'm making an entrance. All right, we'll run the actual entrance here.
Hey, pass me a beer.
Look, at least promise me you won't drink. Alcohol always leads to trouble.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
You win.
All right, what do I win?
Another beer.
Just have a cup of coffee.
There it is.
Coffee?
B. Yeah.
I'd kill for a beer.
Cheap beer and a sympathetic
Being a
ear.
sympathetic step right. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Everybody, look forward, everybody. We're live right now.
We're delayed. I'm watching YouTube, watching our intro.
Our delayed intro. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BeerdedHops Podcast. And Chad is right there. He's right.
I am.
He's
right. I can reach out and touch Adam and Jake. It's so nice.
Fucking see have your damn face, dude. Jeez. There we go. Hi, Jake. You gonna talk, or you just gonna sit there and look at your phone all night? What's going on, everybody?
I was.
You wanna join us? You wanna?
Yeah.
Oh, why? That's me.
You guys were having a little tickle party there, so.
Well,
I was thinking maybe I should record from home.
So whenever I come down here, Jake's just to stay home.
Starts to smell like the ocean in here. Anyways, hello. Ready for a Christmas holiday edition?
But it's 30 after Christmas.
Holiday edition.
The holidays.
Holidays.
Yeah. Yep. So, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here, BeerdedHops. What are we doing? We're doing Grand Cru by Boulevard Brewing tonight. And
Boulevard Brewing.
Are we doing two?
City, Missouri.
Are we doing two shows tonight?
Yeah.
We're gonna get drunk, people.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see how the first one goes. So, Grand Cru by Boulevard Brewing. This one, little story behind this one. I was helping Chad move, and he had this beer in his fridge, and he handed it to me, and I drank it, and then I said, dude, you got to take a sip of this. And then he took a sip of it, and he regretted sharing it with me. Immediately. And then we could never find it again. And I was today Golden Eagle Liquors in Lauderdale, and they had it there. So... And we decided, hey, we're going to do this tonight.
Just a lucky shot. We don't know when. There is no real calendar as far as we know for when they release this one. So
not that even on their website, I don't see.
It's not even. Yeah, it's not there.
I don't see a calendar.
It's not even in the releases.
Huh. So my wife was just recently there, and she asked for it, and they said, no. No. So,
did she say if they had anything special on tap?
No, she even asked, and I was told they really didn't have anything at that time. But she did get me that other one. Manhattan Cask is what the other one's called. I think it is. I don't even know which. I don't even know which beer fridge that one's in at this point. I have no idea where it's at in the house. It's somewhere though. So thanks everybody for joining us, and as per our usual, Jake right now will entertain you with our rules of engagement. Jake, that camera is so far up your nose, I love it. But
really?
You're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
My setup here.
You look sexy. You look gorgeous.
Computer away.
All right. Please tell us.
Very tight in here.
Please tell us of the rules of engagement.
Hey, boys and girls. So we got a fun little beer here tonight. This is the holiday edition, so there might be some crazy stuff. I don't know. Some Yule logs. Who knows what's going to happen? Some
Yule logs.
I already
dropped my Yule
Certainly
log.
some holiday cheer.
Good.
But we're going to crack open this beer. Going to give it a good sniff.
Yeah.
See what kind of notes? Can't really speak English well. I don't know why you have me do this.
Notes? Because it's fun to watch you try.
things that we smell with our noses. You know, we'll pour it out, get some initial impressions, talk about the brewery a little bit, get a midway point in there, see how we're feeling. This is a strong ABV. My guess is we'll probably take our time a little bit. Let this puppy warm up.
13.7 to be exact.
Changes the flavor. We'll get a midpoint check-in. Walk around the craft beer world a little bit, then we'll round it out with a final check-in. We'll see if Chad goes to the secret scale. We'll see if Adam loses consciousness. It'll be fun.
Well, I'm hoping. Thanks, Jake. That was just a beautiful job as always. Chad, how you doing?
Done.
Chad, I haven't said hi to you yet. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really, really good.
That wasn't very convincing.
Hey, I am doing great, Adam. Thanks for asking.
Good. I'm glad to hear.
Are you two going to play nicely?
So far we are.
What happened today? I'm really liking their website.
I don't want to talk about it, really. So Grand Cru Boulevard Brewing out of...
Easy for you to say.
Kansas City.
Boulevard?
Boulevard. Kansas City.
Boulevard.
This is the limited release 2018 bottle. What does it say on this bottle? What is that? 13.7 ABV. Does that pass you? Is that okay with you, Jake? 13.7? I know you're all on the ABV.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're good with
that?
that?
I get excited when we're above. When you get above 11, I really start to get excited.
27 IBUs. Yes, Jake, we know they don't matter. And this one says composed of carefully selected lots of bourbon barrel quad and whiskey barrel aged imperial stout. Grand Cru effortlessly expresses the most distinctive elements of each beer, creating a delicious whole. Seriously, a delicious whole that's even greater than the sum of its parts. What it says in the back right there. Please don't drink this if you're pregnant. Drink responsibly, and we're good.
Nicely read.
Thank you, Chad.
That was excellent.
I'm going to open this, and
why don't you crack it open?
I know. Oh yeah, probably yes. So this has the old pop topper wine cork,
so
champagne cork.
We're gonna pop that thing across the room and
right at your face, man.
Boulevard's parent company is Devel Morgat. Does that mean anything to you guys?
We're good.
You recognize that?
Yes.
12th?
Duvel is a European company.
Right. Belgium.
Yeah.
12th largest craft brewery and the 18th largest active brewery in the United States. Based off of when they looked at these sales.
Sniffers. Anybody sniffers? Sniffing on that one?
You might want to pour it out before I sniff. I'm going to get all of it.
You're going to get your snot all up in that thing. Blubbersphere is actually watching us live right now. So hi Blubbersphere.
Hey Blubbersphere, how you doing,
He
buddy?
expected more beard. I don't know what you're wanting. I mean,
more beard? Probably
beard.
me. I mean,
expected more beard.
It kind of like Goldilocks here. You can get a lot, a little, or just right.
Why is that just right? This is just right.
It's just in between. That's all. Just math.
I suck at math. Can't wait. Don't get your nose crust on the bottle. Come on.
I'm not smelling it. I can't do it the right way.
All right, here.
Get it poured. We're going around the horn again.
I'm pouring, damn it. Chad, why don't you entertain the kids while I pour?
I always love being put on the spot when you're totally not expecting it. Hey, careful with that pour there.
What?
Save some for us.
Give me that. Look at you going with the wine glass. Look at that big ass thing.
There were only two.
Chad picked out me the smallest
there's
glass.
More than two.
There's only two snifters down
There's
there.
a glass taster.
Whatever. You're not getting as much as everybody else.
Wine glass does the same thing as a snifter.
That's fine, but you're not. You're
the
not.
glass I brought. Want this?
There you
go. Got ripped off on the pour there.
You don't talk trash to the pour.
You need to tip the bartender better. There, you got a lot of head. I know you like that, Jake.
Did you even pour me any beer or just foam?
You know what?
What is this?
You both complain way too much.
Come on
in the
now.
show.
You didn't do that to your beer. Where's the holiday cheer?
How?
Speaking of holidays, we're between
You
two
just filled
major
up the
ones.
stem. Just the root.
I actually didn't even mean to do it. Here you go. There you go.
You guys have good holidays? Holidays?
Who traveled the most?
Chad.
I believe that would be me, yes.
You got the title, Chad?
6 hours, right? Well,
Yeah.
but then once you're down there, you traveled more. But
Yeah, we logged good.
you logged.
We logged a good 15 hours in the car over the Christmas holiday. Thank you, Jakey.
All right, Jake, can you get your nose up in that?
Oh yeah.
Now Jake's. It's different on the style of glass. Jake's using an actual stout glass. Adam's got a snifter. I've got a wine glass, but the snifter and the wine glass have no head left. The stout glass has an inch.
Jake, you want to share your glass with us, Jake, or you
Inch
just
and a
gonna
half?
Be...
Sorry, Adam. It was hard to see my glass. There was so much head in it. Still settling.
down a little, down a little, down a little. There we go. Now we see it. There we go.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, it's almost got a barley wine hue to it.
That almost got a barley wine smell to me.
You know, a little. Yeah, it does. A little bit of that amber. You know, more translucent than sort of that deep.
Translucent.
It is a quad, right?
I am going in.
Let's do it.
Question is it as good as I remember?
Yeah, can you remember?
I think so.
Did you look up your
pretty
check-in?
No,
Cool.
I did not.
That is
Cool. That is pretty good.
it's really good.
Let me go back
It's chocolatey. It's got pretty decent legs on it. I can feel and taste the is it bourbon barrel aged? Yeah, I can taste you got a little bit of a burn. As I'm talking, I can feel it in my mouth through
in my
breath.
bones.
My pants.
I feel it in my penis already.
I give it a 4.25, which is kind of surprising for me.
Globally, what 4.2? I'm not seeing it broken out by years on Untapped.
No.
Are you?
I am not.
No.
What does the bottle say? Bottle says 13.7, correct?
Yeah, on Untapped it just says 13.
Yeah, 13.7 and 27 IBUs. I think
Did you scan it?
IBUs are
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
31. Really? It came up as
Yeah,
Give it to me. Give
It's
it
a
to me.
mystery. What, you think
Can't
you got a better
find it.
barcode scanner than me?
Yeah.
You like upgraded your. Yeah, so what's it say?
Match.
You're such a dick.
All right, fine.
I like the labels this company does. Sort of these old. It doesn't look like an old timey poster or something.
You always know it's the Boulevard Brewing,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because they're all the same style, yeah.
There's a lot from this smokestack series that look interesting to me.
they've got a lot of really interesting beers.
Yeah, but
I've
you're
had
right, there's
this.
some on
They've
there.
got a brandy barrel aged Belgian style golden ale out of the Barrel Room series.
The barrel. I'm on the smokestack series. Where's the barrel room series?
It's under limited release.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
Boy, like a dog.
Cognac cask aged dark saison ale.
I might have to start looking out for these guys more.
Yeah, they have some good.
They do have some
I got a sour ale called Love Child.
excellent ones.
Do they have a like sort of sessionable? Hey, like this is just I'm gonna pick this up and drink this kind of
Wait.
beer.
Why do you care about sessionable beers?
No, I'm just curious. Like, could this be
I mean, you find it in there year round. I'm sure
seasonal?
they've got a heavy lifting as a
Huh.
probably a
Nutcracker.
session.
Have you guys had Nutcracker or Winter Warmer ale?
I have not.
Nope.
A lot of coal.
I had their. Did I have their winter warmer?
I don't know. That's why I asked you. They got an IPA called Heavy Lifting.
Yeah, that's 6.2. That's sessionable.
Pills. Yeah, they got standard stuff. A pale ale.
So, so Chad, what say you thus far?
Well, I mean, initial impression.
Thus far.
Thus far.
It's got.
You hear
Listen
him?
to that.
You hear my son screaming?
Is in the next room over.
There's another recording going on over there.
Yeah.
It is. It's really good. I don't think that I can.
Really good.
Well, what I mean is, I
This
don't.
is from our wordsmith.
I don't think that I can
He's a smart one.
put it into the exceptional category yet.
Correct.
It's got a very good smell. It's chocolatey. It's boozy. And smooth. As Jake loves the legs. I think it's got some decent legs.
I'm gonna disagree.
I'm not saying really good legs.
Fight. Okay.
You just want to argue about. You just want me to give you an argument.
Just like the last show. Except he'll remember it this time.
It will actually be disagreed on something too.
If anybody doesn't know the last
the Death Star
episode, Chad was a little gone by the end of that one and doesn't even remember half of it. And after listening back to it, he was arguing about points that he actually agreed with.
Yes.
So I would strongly recommend listening to at least the second half of that episode. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because as I listen back to it, I'm like, oh yeah, Jake makes a great point there, and then I totally argue with him.
Asshole.
So I think this checks a lot of boxes. It's for me. It's got a boozy smell and flavor. I'm not getting as much chocolate. I think what I like about this the most is it smells really good.
Yeah, it does have a very good smell.
But it doesn't quite sort of sit on my palate and hang out and coat it, like...
No backflips?
It's possible I'm just expecting more when I saw that 13.7. It's checking a lot of boxes. It's just not wowing me.
Wow, Joey.
There's no wow factor.
Have you been doing sound effects? Okay, because I haven't heard it yet.
No, I haven't.
So I just did a cleanse with some water. I'm gonna try it.
Does that count as a cleanse?
Colon?
I think he got more cleanse.
I probably should get one of those too.
Colon cleanse? You probably should.
I don't know. I think it does have. For me, it's got some legs to it. Got some staying power. I think it's the booziness that's sitting there nicely.
Is there any flavor? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's maybe a little imbalanced. It's a lot of booziness for me. There's no other flavors like sticking out, especially as it kind of.
The only one I think I can pick out is chocolate.
No, I don't know.
Give me that bottle again. I'm gonna go for an initial rating. I'm gonna say 3.75.
Whoa! I wasn't expecting that.
What were you thinking? Higher or lower?
Higher. I mean,
yeah.
you're kind of you're a generous rater. You like to bring rating cheer.
And it is the holiday season. I mean,
rating cheer.
Tis the season.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Jake. What you got, bitch tits?
I'm gonna start off with a 4.25. I mean, I think there's enough going on here that it kind of starts off at a 4. I love the way it smells. I want to get like a candle that smells like this.
You might drink all the time with that candle.
Yeah, that candle would make me drink more.
I know. My wife used to always have those vanilla icing candles, and I feel like you can't have those in the house. So I just want to eat constantly because those things smell so good. 4? Would you say 3? 4.
4.25.
You're a 3.75.
Yeah, 3.75 to start with. Warming me up. I'm gonna take my shirt off.
It's getting hot in here. Let me get you on the camera here. I want to watch this.
Take it off.
Come on. Take it off. Go on. Bow.
You're killing me.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I know. It's a terrible idea. He didn't hear that because your headphones are on.
Every show we record tonight, Chad's going to take something else off.
Oh. And we just lost all the viewers.
So let's see. We could do 3 more shows.
Oh, boy.
And I'm done.
I guess that means you're wearing underwear, so.
Huh?
I guess that means you're wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That'd be 2. I am going to split the difference. Gonna go 4.
So I'm coming in the highest.
The thing is, when we had it at your house, it was right from the refrigerator. This is
chilled,
warmer than because we just stuck it in the the studio fridge, which is set to 54 degrees.
Yeah, we put it in the studio fridge an hour ago. So it has not. It was room temp and it has not gotten anywhere near 54.
So a day ago, a person wrote a comment that they could taste caramel.
It's caramel.
Caramel.
Fig,
Caramel your face.
coconut, marshmallow, vanilla, cola, cherry, bourbon,
Cola?
and milk chocolate.
Cola.
They described it as a cola flavor that they're tasting.
They're lying.
I'm getting some caramel and perhaps some fig. This beer actually reminds me a little bit of 2018 Veneration. Little darker bourbony version of that. They're both quads, right?
I actually think this has more flavor. I think the Veneration is the Veneration was very, very light.
My first sip of it, I agreed with that. I drank a cold one, and then I drank a warm one. I think the warm one, this is opposite of you. You liked it better cold.
I thought cold it was better.
And I liked it better warm. I thought the flavors came out a little bit better.
Died on the table the warmer it got.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Died on the table.
I'm not
Clear.
getting...
Give us CPR. Clear.
I'm not getting... I'm reading that same comment you just read. Fig. How can you? I don't know how you can pick out fig, plum,
I don't know.
coconut, marshmallow, vanilla, cola, cherry.
I think
milk
they just
chocolate.
wrote every word they knew.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get the cola. I did 0 colas. I don't know what they're talking about. But
Though I would be curious if you got this real cold and then put some ice cream in there and made like a float.
that sounds really good too.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. We should do that with one of these bourbon.
Should we?
That would be really good.
Would that be
Vanilla ice cream with some bourbon barrel aged. Remember last time we had Bourbon County for breakfast with breakfast burritos.
That was what we packed up the show and left.
Yeah, we had the leftovers.
So I met my buddy for lunch there yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Goose.
Yeah, and he's a listener of the show. Dan from Portlandia. He's like, so wait, is this the place you guys went to? And I was like, yep. He's like, man, that was so funny. You guys just like, all right. He's like, you could sense in your voice. He's like, are we doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. All right.
Oh,
good night,
we went to O'Toole's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is where we came.
Yeah, we out. See ya. Bye, bitches.
I've had some good luck at that O'Toole. So that's 2 times I've been there. First time with you guys, obviously, we got a 2016 PCS, right?
Yeah, that's 16, 17, 18,
17,
right?
Yep.
16, 17,
Yep.
and 18, because didn't we do 3?
Yep.
And then when I was there yesterday with my buddy, we had one that I was actually looking for and was recommended by another friend of mine called Dino S'mores by Off Color Brewing.
I've heard about that. Was it good? What did you think of it?
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. I think actually Eric,
he gave me a cheers. You can tell the ones he likes. He cheers them up.
he was the one that actually told me about that when I first dropped. He was going to get it. So
is Off Color Chicago?
Yeah. Well, is Off Color the one that does Apex Predator? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Off Color is when Adam and I were still getting to know each other, we took a beer making class together. And the guy teaching the class popped an Apex Predator.
And then he popped a Jake.
As simple as you're such a dick. Then we made I want to say it's a saison. Like we brewed a beer. And then obviously it wasn't ready to taste afterwards, but he brought out one that was ready from a previous class where they tried to do the same thing, and then we compared it to Apex Predator. So, right when I was, getting into home brewing, we were trying to do something, from Off Color.
Yes. Yeah, it's in downtown Chicago, yeah.
Chicago Micro.
What was it? Chicago was named the brewery capital, right?
Weren't you telling me that?
I think that was it. They're named brewery capital of the U.S. with the most breweries.
Most breweries like per capita. I don't know what that means. I just sounded smart, right?
You just wanted to say that out loud.
I've been wanting to say that.
Per capita? Please, Jake, explain capita to us.
I've been working that in for weeks.
Chicago is now the city with the most breweries in the U.S., outranking beer havens like Denver, Seattle, Portland, and San Diego, according to the Brewers Association. Chicago counts 167 breweries within city limits and counting Northwest Indiana up to Wisconsin and down to Aurora and Joliet.
Stop.
That's a wide range.
You're reading too fast for me.
Remember, he doesn't know how to read.
I know.
So
How many breweries in the city limits?
Chicago counts 167.
No shit.
Shit, no, within the city limits. And
Wow.
And counting Northwest Indiana up to Wisconsin, down to Aurora and Joliet. So that's a pretty wide net.
That's a big area.
Up to Wisconsin, so I'm assuming it's the Wisconsin border, not into Wisconsin.
Probably like no farther than Kenosha, Racine, maybe.
Well, you're counting Northwest Indiana in that too, huh?
Well, think about that little corner there is basically tucked under Chicago's, butt.
Yeah. Down to Aurora.
Taint of Chicago. So it's right
Why did I say down to Aurora? Down to Joliet. That's west.
Aurora's like straight west.
Yeah.
I guess you have to take 88. So it's a little bit south. It's not taking 90.
So this is in
Chicago
Eater. Chicago.eater.com, whatever the fuck that is. It's been 5 year surge for Chicago, with the city seeing 102 new breweries from 2013 to 2018, growing from 62. Damn. So Chicago is the brewery capital of the United States, America.
Crazy.
God bless America.
So Blubber Sphere's watching. I asked him what time it is. It's 2:16 p.m. He's 12 beers in.
Attaboy.
Damn.
And then he says, and Adam, I'm deducting points for the amount of head.
Dude, you should be adding points for that. We all know that. So he's at work getting drunk? Attaboy. That's what I like to hear.
Well,
why wouldn't you? So
that's
normal
day, right?
That's normal day for us. So a question I wanted to ask you fellas, and I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this.
I like where this is going.
We're gonna have to wait for Jake to get off his phone. We're going to confiscate his phone.
Just ask the damn question.
Since it is the end of the year, what would be your number one beer of 2018? Your favorite beer of 2018? However you figure that. I know Jake is going to sit here and ask all these qualifying questions. Fuck off, Jake. For you,
having so much fun with this already.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean by favorite? What do you mean? What does that mean? Are we talking about top stout? Or are we talking about?
That was almost a really bad Trump impression.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is that what I sound like?
No, if you sounded like that, I'd kick you in the balls a lot more than I do.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. So, Jake, let's start with you. Just because
I'm not ready for this question. You knew you were going to ask us, so maybe you should start us off.
Nope, that's not how this works. I'm playing the game here. Chad, Jake, pass it off to you.
Well, I think the answer is fairly easy.
Just like Jake.
For me, and it's going to be Death Star.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, that beer, not only does it get you hammered,
as per the last show.
Well, I was drinking other shit, but I thought that had, well, I mean, the alcohol content is good. It had excellent flavor, better than 2017, and the complexity of that beer, I think, really comes out. And that beer is easy to. I think it's. I actually said this on the Friday morning beer review the other day. I love it when a complex beer comes through in a complex way, but then you can explain it. So, and that's the way I feel about Death Star too, because I felt like it was just an easy beer to drink and get out of it what they wanted you to get out of it.
Yeah, they did a very good job with Death Star this year. So yeah, good job, Chad.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Jake, are you ready now, or do you need more time?
I'm ready, but I can't just talk about one beer. I'm going to talk about a couple. I mean, this is kind of your.
Here we go.
I'm going to start off. It's not my number one, but it was a dark horse in my quick thinking here. There's another beer by Boulevard that I loved. That Plaid Habit was good.
This is your number one?
No, it was a dark horse, though, because I was thinking about it.
Plaid Habit was
fantastic.
It was really good. We should
Late
probably
entry too.
Yeah.
Nice find, Chad. I would tell listeners, if you're looking at Boulevard, and Plaid Habit is part of their limited release, but my assumption is it's easier to get than this one.
I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen it in
lately.
multiple stores.
Pick it up if you haven't had it. You like, just pick it up. Just shut up and get it. But no, that's easily though top 10. But not number one of 2018. Oh God, another one that was close. I love the Wolf that you guys brought back. I would have
That was
loved
the
to
barrel
get
aged
my
one, right?
paws on more.
The barrel aged one? Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to
For
get
sheeps.
my hands on more barrel aged Wolf.
Technically, Straight Jacket was a 2018 beer because it's released in January.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be
So
right.
technically, that technically counts towards this year.
Yeah.
So those would be 5 or 4, 3, and 2, probably in that order.
4, 8.
Yeah.
And number one, listen, Death Tar makes me want to go find more oatmeal stouts. It's a game changer.
So you're saying Death Star.
It's Death Star.
Okay.
So number one,
It's like
and
just
two
all
are
oatmeal
both-
stouts?
are
Or?
both Revolution. No, I'm just saying, like I enjoy it that much that like it makes me search out for other oatmeal stouts.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I think we all have the same number one beer. Death Star as well. I mean, it was a surprise to me that it was better than 17.
Because you liked it last year, so
I liked it last year.
did it get better, or did you just drink a whole lot of good beer and realize that Death Star was better than all of them?
Could be both.
Could be a little bit,
But the last episode we did try the 17 and the 18. And the 18 was better.
That was fun. Yeah, but we were also like passing the 17 back and forth out of a can and listening to Chad slur. I mean, there was a lot of factors in that. It wasn't like
Wait, do you want to do another one now? I mean,
It was
with a
entertaining.
straight comp.
I
So-
think if Death Star hadn't come along when it did and it wasn't as good as it
that's
was,
okay. Yeah, so that was actually my follow up. Because we all agreed on Death Star.
Yeah. It
What
would
would
be
be
much
your-
harder.
What would be your next number one then? Guess your number two.
Um,
And this is hard. This is hard for me to think because I was looking forward to Veneration so much.
yeah,
That I think that may have helped. That may have
Veneration may have been my favorite beer of 2017.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like Veneration, I think was the ultimate letdown.
Yeah.
but it was
18
still
for me.
it's still a really, really good beer.
It's still a good beer, but when you compare it to how good 17
Oh yeah,
was,
I totally agree.
that's where I have just like the Cuvée, right? But Cuvée is not supposed to be the same year after year.
Yeah.
Right? Because Cuvée 17, we're all like, if I can find more of that shit, right?
yeah.
So I'll throw my hat at here's Adam. Where would you put for 2018 Bourbon County brand vanilla? Does that have a shot at being the number one, or just a
I still think Death Tar. I
Top
mean, I
10.
like the vanilla.
take Death Tar out? Who would be who's number two? Who does number two work for?
Oh man, yeah, number two is a toughie.
Yeah.
It might be the vanilla, but the thing that makes it hard for me to pick the vanilla is that I haven't had another vanilla to compare it to. It was good and it was tasty. It was absolutely delicious, really.
Like you need to experience it again to make
Yeah.
sure it wasn't just your excitement.
Right. And
Good
I have another bottle,
experience.
but I only have one bottle, so I'm afraid to crack it.
Yeah.
Jen, did you say where your number two was?
Not yet.
Oh, sorry. See, Jake got me all distracted, motherfucker.
Well, I would have to say it's probably between 3, and I'm cheating a little bit because I'm going back to look at my
Your check-ins?
check-ins at fives and higher. I mean, Straight Jacket probably would be number 2.
Huh? I called it. Yeah.
I mean, that's actually a good point in pointing out that it was an 18 beer. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because I would have forgotten about that it was a 2018.
It might be the
Brew.
best barley wine ever.
That or 2017 Bourbon County barley wine. But I think Straight Jacket's probably better. I think so. Cuvée would probably 2018 would probably be up there. You guys didn't get to try this one, Paramnesia from Stillmank up in Green Bay. I had just a 5 or 6 ounce pour of it, and I was blown away by that one.
Was it on tap somewhere, Chad?
Yeah, at the brewery. I went there. Remember, I went for that beer glass.
Oh yeah.
Class.
Yeah.
And they had it there that night, and that's an oatmeal imperial stout. It's brandy barrel aged. So that'd be up there, and then I'm big on barley wines. So Grand Amber by Potosi, brandy barrel aged barley wine. That's another one I really like this year.
Is that the one you gave us a bottle of?
Yeah, and you guys, yeah, yep.
I have it. I haven't drank it.
Which one is it?
Tucked away in my little treasure trove of brouhahas.
Big ass money stout.
I got that up there.
Oh, big ass money stout.
Yeah. I was up there.
I haven't been able to find it
easily
lately.
top 10.
And then CBS. Those are probably.
Is that the one that they ordered like a case for you?
They were in a whole fucking case.
They were bit.
It was so funny. They gave us a look. We walk in and my wife's like, I ain't buying a whole case of this. They're like, I'm like, don't worry, you'll sell it, dude. Like, it's okay.
Trust us.
You'll sell it. I haven't seen it. I mean,
And I couldn't find it there. I would have bought it.
It was gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Dude, even if you're not sure, it's got 17.2 ABV. Some drunk ass like me is gonna buy that.
Yeah. It's man, a lot of those I forgot about. So your number 2 would be Big Ass Money? Or did you even say it?
No, I just
I heard
gave
a lot of
list
beers get spewed out, but no definitive.
I think number 2 would either be Paramnesia or Straight Jacket.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to. I think we need to.
Toughie.
I think we need to nerd this out and make like a doc.
God.
Because then think about it. If we save a doc,
make a doc.
We save a doc of like our top 3, top 5 per year. Just hear me out here.
Right.
Then we can go like years from now. We can look back and be like, wow. You know, it's kind of like a draft class in football. Like 2018 was a good year. Look how many beers came out in 2018. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, wow, there's like 3 Hall of Famers.
Man,
there.
if you want to do it, if you want to spreadsheet,
Chad likes it.
Do it.
Spreadsheet the hell out of it.
I'll help fill it in. Yeah, I mean, I love spreadsheets.
How many times has he said that?
He says that, man. That's like a common thing he says.
I'll
help fill it in.
Yeah. Yes. What would be your number 2,
It's only
Jake?
for those that need help.
You know, I wish I could. If I could have the Wolf again, I might make it number 2. I only had it once.
Yeah.
I had Straight Jacket 3 times, and I loved it every time. So probably I'll just go Straight Jacket.
Yeah.
Wolf. I mean, the Bourbon County barley wine, but that was in 2017. I wish they would have made that this year. Big Ass Money's up there for me. I was a big ass fan.
Oh, that's an 18% beer too, right?
What?
17.2.
Yeah.
Which one?
Big ass money.
Yeah.
Vanilla's up
I
there.
remember the first time Jake had that on our patio. He stood up and was like, "Oh shit!"
I was like,
he
I
did
gotta
not
go
realize how
prepare
much he
it.
drank.
Like, what did you guys give me?
Yeah, that was funny.
How you doing? I mean, there's some beers that are not 2018 beers, but I didn't have them until 2018. Like when we had Darkness, that was 2017 Darkness.
That's Surly?
Yeah. I had a Firestone Walker barley wine that I really liked. I can't say the word because I have health problems.
Illiterate?
Scuba.
Scuba.
Sucaba. I'm sure like somebody smart could say it fancy. You know who?
Sacava?
Do you remember those Avery breweries we would have from Avery Brewing Company, like Uncle Jacob Stout?
Oh yeah.
I've had very few from Avery, but yeah, I know you've talked about it several times about how good they are.
Some other good ones you guys might have forgot. We had Brazil Noir in 2018.
Oh,
we had
shit.
Full Grown Man by Tufts. That was a good find by Dallas Dan.
Totally forgot about Brazil Noir. That was
a good one.
That's my number 2.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a good.
I still have a
that's
bottle
good
of it.
shit.
I got a bottle of it down there still too.
It is a good one.
I do. I have a bottle.
Yeah. That was really, really good.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
For me, it'd be a tie between the vanilla Bourbon County and the Bradsie.
The Cooper Project barrel aged Scotch.
God, fuck you.
It's hard. I can't find any more that would have a chance. That was about it.
Yeah, Cooper Project was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good beer year. It's been a good beer year.
You know, Goose is so funny for me. I buy nothing other than the
bourbon.
Their bourbons.
Yeah. I was forced to buy a 6-pack, but I normally would not buy anything from them.
Now, are we at halfway, everybody? That bottle's empty, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Considering that you screwed me, I'm doing just fine.
Oh, you wish I screwed you.
Different story.
Chad, what are you at the halfway point? You're at 3.75 at the kickoff.
Yeah, now that my Palate is adjusted to it, I think I'm gonna.
What did he say? This is what?
Palate. Palate.
Palate?
Oh, dude, he's doing Pilates.
I'm gonna bump it up a quarter.
You should teach a class and call yourself a Pilates instructor. And like all these dudes still tell their wives, like, "Oh, go to Pilates."
I'm here to teach yogi.
Hammered, drinking beer, talking about beer.
I'm here to teach judo.
That's a great idea.
He'd be kicked out for sexual harassment. Go ahead.
We'll go 4 halfway.
All right, Jacoby.
Holding steady at a 4.25. I mean, it checks a lot of boxes. There's just no wow factor.
Where are we at?
4.25.
Is that where we started?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna hold steady. You're rising.
Yeah, but it's probably.
You're falling.
I mean, that's normal and usual.
Good. That's healthy.
But depends on the situation. But
usually when Jake's around.
Yeah, it's right there at the bottom of the exceptional category. I think it's bumped itself up into an exceptional beer.
Is it better because you're enjoying it more, or is it better because the temperature is bringing out more flavor?
I think the more I drink it, the more flavor I can get out of it.
Yeah.
Like you're swishing it or something, or gargling it?
I have swished a couple of times, yes.
So Blubbersphere has I asked him to pick one. He said there's no clear winner. I pushed him and said, no, you need to pick one. He said, I like a chocolate milk porter from a local brewery, but I don't know if I could call it my only favorite. And then he said, look, my favorite beer is any beer that's in my hand. Live in the moment.
Excellent.
This
is a wise man.
Excellent quote.
Could be a woman, right?
He's not a wise man at all.
No, we've watched his videos on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check him out.
Okay.
He watches other videos and comments on them. Usually like people doing stupid shit. He's working on losing some weight, and he's just, his sense of humor is just hilarious.
You hear that, Blub? He's plugging your channel that you no longer post to. So,
well, their videos are still out there and they're still hilarious.
So my wife is here. I am contractually obligated not to show her on camera, so I won't.
Gina has become like the ninja reviewer.
Yeah, she just sneaks in. So,
come
here and talk. You're not on camera. Only their cameras are on them, so you can come here and talk.
We should ask Gina the question. The question that drives you.
The question is, how long do we have? Over here. Get up here. Get up here. It's Grand Cru Boulevard. Remember you asked about that one. Okay.
It's really good. I had to.
I think the smell's the best part.
Blub says thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
What would you give it? What would you rate this one, G?
Like a 4.
4.5. Nice. Chad is at a 4?
4, yes.
Jake's at a 4.25. She has what was that stout t-shirt?
Bring me all
the
stouts.
Yeah. One other question, and only answer this if you can keep it
to
the blot.
This is dangerous.
Yeah, I know. See, I mean, we went on for a little long about it. What would you say was your favorite beer of 2018? And please talk into the microphone.
It's tough, especially when
Jake, you want to give her a list of some that we had
Does
in
it
2018?
have to be from 2018, or
Yes.
could I have had it in 2018, but it's
We-
from a prior
we
year?
are-
I had to qualify that. Dad was a dick, but it has to be beer that was produced and consumed in 2018
yes.
Okay.
as the year in review
So
here.
we had so just to spark your memory here.
You want me to read some off?
Yes, read some off.
Okay, I'm not ready.
No, we had Veneration, we had Uber Joe, we had KBS,
We had
we had Revolution,
Bourbon County,
Wolf,
Bourbon
Bourbon
County.
County,
Big ass money.
Big Ass Money,
Gas Money,
Oh, that.
Revolutions.
all the revolutions.
You know, I
Revolutions.
don't want to sound like basic drinker, but I'm probably, it's hard to say I have an favorite. I absolutely. I loved Cape. And I
You're a
loved Bourbon County
Founders.
too. But Founders, I think.
Pick one.
You must. There can only be one.
Maybe one.
I thought the Founders had a good year.
Yeah.
liked Curmudgeon. I liked Barrel
I think I'm
Runner.
gonna go with CBS.
Yep.
I think I'll go
CBS,
with CBS.
huh?
Yeah, Barrel Runner.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I
I
think I'll
liked
go with
Gold or whatever that one was.
2018 CBS she picks. That's not bad.
What, 2018 CBS?
I think, well, I mean, because we had that, well, I mean, on tap too. Obviously, tap versus having it bottle. Small variation. Tap is just so good. And
Oh, that sounds better.
We had an opportunity to have that on tap, and it just was phenomenal. It was a little bit further back. Wedding, so
You almost got to eat it.
Yeah, you always got to get ready.
That sounds a lot better, Gino, when you get up in there.
It sounds way better when you're closer.
So, you know, we just had the Goose Island Bourbon County. I mean, it's fantastic. But the one that I liked the best was in 2018. I think that's why I didn't choose it. So I think the 2018 KBS is probably my favorite. No, KBS. I meant KBS.
I was so
I'm gonna
jealous
go
when
with
you
KBS.
guys.
I think I'm gonna go with KBS. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with KBS. I remember CBS has the horse on it, and KBS is like the cream bottle, and I think I'm gonna go with the KBS.
Oh.
He was my
Cool.
But a close runner-up, I would say, would be Revolution, the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
That
just
we-
such a good one.
so-
to,
We all picked Death Star as our number one.
yeah.
So then we went around to number twos. And
Does that look like wine sediment on?
Is there sediment in the bottom?
oh, there is. Huh.
Yeah, I saw so.
It's got almost a red hue.
Yeah, we were saying it's
Over
almost like
here.
barley wine-ish looking.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Amber hue, I would say.
Amber
but Goose
waves
Island
of
killed it with all
grain.
of the variants. Like if you had to look at a line of beers, you know what I mean, and put them collectively up against any other kind of line of beers,
Lima?
I would
Lima.
say that Goose Island did a great job. But Three Sheeps, you know, is absolutely
she's
an up and
doing-
comer.
She's doing exactly what we all did.
right.
Like, let me jump around. I don't.
KBS. I heard
and-
KBS.
Yeah, you're picking KBS.
KBS.
And I picked what I picked for my number two. I don't even remember. It was like 2 minutes ago. Fuck, I don't remember.
Well, I think you went with Brazier Noir.
I think
Yeah,
it was
Brasserie Noir, yeah.
for number
Brazier
two.
Noir.
I forgot about Brasserie.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was jealous when you guys went on that little road trip to Detroit for that wedding. Because every place you were stopping, you were checking in
Oh, it was a
KBS
great
in
trip, man.
2017 CBS, which
Yeah.
is like on tap.
Yeah.
Air feels so good as it comes in.
All right, so 4, 4, 2, 5. I was at a 4 last time.
Correct.
I'm going to go up to a 4, 2, 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
rising.
It's good. Did you? So you did see sediment? Is that sediment or is it?
Yeah, I got some of mine.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
this class was clean.
Nice.
You had to probably pour that for us.
So we should bring everybody up to date on our stout.
Yeah.
And we changed the name slightly, Jake.
What? You guys are dicks.
No. It's
It makes
essentially the
sense.
same, but it makes more sense.
We were calling it Burnout Stout.
Right.
But it doesn't really make sense because a burnout is like your car.
You got burnout in your car. You got
Or it
burnout.
sounds like we're losers that smoke too
burnout
much.
light bulbs. You
Or
got
burnout, or that.
Burnout.
Flame Out Stout. Makes more
Flame
sense
Out.
as to
'Cause
what
that's
the
actually
story would happen.
What happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad you agree. So Flame Out Stout.
You need me to agree.
Not really. So we did.
Out of my hair.
I ask that every time we. So we bottled Flame Out.
Coming back.
We bottled Flame Out Stout tonight. Jake and Chad took some licks of it. What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was solid.
Yeah,
It tasted like if you went to an average brewery and just had their standard 6% ABV stout. That's exactly what it tasted like. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
Had a good smell to it.
Which I think
Wasn't
is
barrel aged.
fantastic for our first time trying to...
it blocked that, and I have to approve that message. I'm going to go ahead and approve that. He said Cox Out Stout. Well, you know.
I like it.
It's probably not far off. I mean, Chad did try to take us out multiple times during the brew process.
How you restart the tank.
So you restart the flame. It's everybody, don't cross the streams.
But yeah, the taste of it, I thought was really good. And, you know, for it being our first go at a stout.
Yeah, that was the first time we'd ever attempted a stout.
I think it's exactly what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hopefully, you know, we bottled it today, so we're gonna probably try a 12-ouncer next week to see where it's at. Maybe give it another week or two. But our plan is if this stout is good, then it'll be our base stout to then start having some fun with and doing some variants of. So we already have vanilla beans to do a vanilla. We're going to look up and research how to barrel age this shit. So it'll be fun. And with Jake's recent love of the oatmeal stout, maybe we could even try to oatmeal the stout.
Yeah.
So now there's an article saying Vermont is the craft beer capital of the United States.
Vermont is for gay lovers.
With 11.5 breweries
Because
per
family.
capita.
I was gonna say it's got
Per
to
capita. Yeah.
it's got to be
You need
based
to look
on
up what per capita is, though, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's households or something.
All right, well.
So one quick piece of beer news
Ooh,
before we finish out this lovely beer. Did you see the article that the
lovely.
Brewers Association announced an updated craft brewer definition?
Oh, boy. I did not see that.
Do tell.
Wait, so what was the previous definition? Can we get that?
Well, that's the thing. We gotta see if we can find that first, because I don't know exactly what the changes are. It doesn't really stay in this article.
Great. All right. Uh-huh. Okay.
So there's
Wow.
three bullet points. There's a small, the independent, and then there's a definition for the brewer that makes up the definition of the new. Oh, wait a second. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is a little.
Saying there's
okay.
over 7,000 registered breweries in the United States now. 7,000.
So
See, I didn't think that would happen. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
we did, yeah. So the craft brewery definition for all are part of 2017, and this is kind of broken up. So a small craft brewery is annual production of 6 million barrels of beer or less, approximately 3% of the U.S. annual sales. Beer production is attributed to the independent, less than 25.
Wait. Say that last sentence. Beer production is attributed to.
Well, this goes on to the alternating proprietorship, which that's why I was like, I didn't.
Okay, that's the same definition then.
Independent, so the less than 25% of the craft brewery is owned or controlled or equivalent economic interest by an alcoholic beverage industry member that is not itself a craft beer brewery. So if they're owned, same thing as before, right? 25%.
Yep.
And then traditional, the brewer that has a majority of its total beverages alcohol volume in beers, whose flavors derive from traditional or innovative brewing ingredients and the fermentation. Flavored malt beverages are not considered beers.
Okay. So there's the difference. They've
So that was
taken out
2017. So what's 2018 now? Everything else except the
So they've taken
traditional?
out traditional, and they've inserted a brewer category. So the brewer has to have a TTB brewer's notice and makes beer. I don't know what TTB brewer's notice is.
And Google says nothing. I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, a TTB is Alcohol, Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau.
Okay.
So they have to have a TTB license?
A notice. TTB brewer's notice and makes beer.
And that was in place of the traditional?
That has replaced the traditional category.
So is that to say flavored malt beverages are now considered in this?
Well, they're not in the definition anymore.
Right. So I would take that to mean now they would be considered.
Right. And they also are now requiring the independent craft seal. I don't know if that was required before.
They're requiring it.
I know that it's been out before.
Interesting.
But since they launched the seal in the summer of 2017, it now has to have the independent craft brewer's seal.
So a flavored malt beverage would include like those alcoholic seltzer waters.
Oh yeah, like a Smirnoff, even like a Smirnoff Ice or a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
But you know what's interesting about that is that Sam Adams is the one like owns a huge portion of the seltzer beer. Can't remember, is it the Claw one or I don't know if that's the right one, but they own one of those. That's interesting.
That is out as of December 18th, so just
That's
a week and a half.
fresh off the presses.
Yeah, what is today? That's 10 days old?
27th.
9 days old.
27th. Wow. Well, look at that. All right.
How much power do you think that has? Do you think does Big Beer care?
No, but craft beer. I think craft breweries care. Big beer doesn't give a shit, but craft breweries do.
Like, does it piss off Big Beer? Or they couldn't care less what this Piddly Week Association does.
Why
I'm not saying that's what I really think they are. I'm just saying, like, is that their mentality?
I mean, they continue to make fun of them.
I know. Well, they continue to play both sides.
That's very true too. I mean,
from a marketing standpoint.
I don't know.
Cox Out Stout. I just read that again.
Not a bad name. You can put a chicken on it instead, just to cover yourself.
It's just to cover yourself.
And then when
we're good. It's got a rooster on there.
You turn it over, it's got a zipper. Just a zipper.
Good.
A zipper with the head of the rooster sticking out of the zipper. That's how you do it. See, you got us going, Blubbers Fury.
That's awesome. Well, we got to order some labels.
You finished yours, right?
Yeah, I finished it as far as I could. I'm not going to drink that sediment, but
Why not? That's good for you.
What's it going to do to you? That's minerals.
Minerals.
And vitamins.
But I'm done
Vitamins.
with mine. Yeah.
Are you still cleansing?
Am I still what?
You know, we need to check on it. We should maybe do that in the next show because we're going to do one after this anyway. The Stone Brewing lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
I haven't looked at it and see
where they're at against
it's
Miller.
It's probably nothing's happened yet, but you never know. All right, I'm finishing mine. Chad, since you were the first to finish, what say you in this Grand Cru by Boulevard Brewing out of Kansas City?
I'll stay at a 4.
Sorry about that.
Wow, thanks, Jake.
Boulevard has our story
fucking professional over there.
video.
What?
They have a video on their site. I was going to watch it, but
You want to wait for like the 3 minutes until we're done? Fuck.
Just put it on mute.
What's the point of watching a video?
Right.
It's good.
So you're staying at a 4.
I'm staying at a 4. Yes.
Jake. Wait, where do you 4.25?
No,
No, he went from a 3.75 to a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out.
Then he just couldn't rise anymore. As far as it went.
80% is all you need.
Enough to push. I'm gonna stick with the 4.25. It came in there. It's gonna leave there.
Yeah, I think I'm staying at the 4.25 as well.
You came up from a 4.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Sweet. Well, that was a good one.
It's good. It's not as good as I remembered. I think I felt like it was going to be better than that.
You didn't rate it better than that.
Huh? I know, but that was a long time ago, too.
So is this a brewery we want to go to if we're in the area?
I'd like to visit. Yeah.
Did Gina enjoy it? Even though she didn't get anything special.
I don't know. The only reason she went over there was to try to find that.
So weird.
I don't think she had anything.
That's
there.
marriage material.
Yeah.
That's wife material.
She went over to grab that
Can I see the
and to see what else they had, and then that's when she got the Manhattan cask one, which we'll have to crack open at some point. She got me a sticker, and so yeah. So we will check these brews on Untappd. If you don't follow us, I don't know what the fuck's your problem is, but we are right there on Untappd. That's how you can find us and be friends with us and all that shit. So
And watch Friday Morning Beer Review.
Friday morning beer review. Chad loves Friday morning beer review. He gets up. He doesn't even put underwear on. He just puts on his robe and cocks out stouts. Out.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And I don't know. I think if you hang out here, we're gonna go away. Pee, clean out our glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe not in that order. And we'll be back. That was a moist one right there. We're gonna do another one tonight.
Is that you?
That was me. That was really. I almost threw up on the microphone.
Did you just pull a Jake burp?
That was a total Jake.
Or it's kind of like a cat's gonna puke.
I was afraid if I pushed that out, then it would, there'd be ham and mashed potatoes all over this microphone right here.
Oh.
I don't know what beer we're doing next. We're doing the Surly, or we're doing the one Jake brought, or we got. It's first world beer problems right now. We have so many fucking beers in this house we could try tonight.
Yeah.
So.
If we don't,
Jake, let's just drink them all.
if we don't do darkness, I'm not leaving it here. It's going
All
on.
right, so we're going to do darkness tonight. But if anybody remembers from season 1, the Surly Darkness episode, that turned into a royal shit show.
Watch that one.
Go
back and watch
One of
it.
my favorites.
We'd been drinking all day, hadn't we?
Yeah, we drank before we started the 3 in a row episodes.
We did 3 episodes
And we
in a
did
row.
3 heavy hitter beers.
Yeah, we were man. I remember by that one we were just. I think I had to edit the shit out of that show too to be able to
Yeah,
post
you
it.
did, 'cause we talked about some.
We were talking about some
stuff
shit on that thing.
So I think that's the only show where I listen to a different uncut version that I love, but at posted dates.
Yeah, that had to be heavily edited. All right. So I think we're done for this one. We'll be back here in a little bit.
We're the 3 best
And,
friends that anyone could have. We're
see
the
ya.
3 best friends that
right.
anyone can have. And we're
Always
always
gonna hang out.
Oh, man.
Oh,